to use it.
Yeah, we just started the recording, so welcome everybody. My name is Nick Kelly. Thank you for joining this presentation for True Health, True Wealth. I'm very, very happy tonight because in addition to me being here with you guys, and you can see here's a little picture about me and who I am. That is my beautiful wife, my better half, Dr. Stacia. The top there is Rev 3, which is really how I got into this business because it's a natural energy drink, which is fantastic, and me horsing around down there with some Minecraft stuff on the bottom left, and in the bottom center, that is right now we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, so we're super excited. And in the bottom right is playing some music, and I'm delighted tonight because with me to my friend and business partner, Chris Poorten from Rock Your Life, Health, and Wellness, who also loves him some music.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Most definitely. That's putting it lightly, but yes.
Yeah, I started to show a couple pictures. I know you just moved to North Carolina, and here's some pictures that you had posted of your workplace, quote unquote, while other people are commuting and getting stuck in Cubeville.
Yes, beautiful. I can bike in a little bike path on the upper right, and then the beach, which is absolutely peaceful and beautiful. Nice combination.
Yeah. I'm coming in my clubs. We talked about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Chris is going to help me tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about how we help people and how we get paid to help people. And so the company that we are affiliated with, is a company called USANA Health Sciences. The company's been around since 1992. And you can see that everything that we do in direct selling is all about health and wellness. And we're here to show better than everybody else in the industry. The picture that you see there is our corporate headquarters. You can see flags there. We're in 19 different countries. We're sponsored to athletes. We'll talk about that here in just a second. It's a 375,000 square foot facility in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we manufacture all of our own product. It's a huge, huge differentiator between us and a lot of other businesses in supplements. So it all starts with himself, Dr. Myron Wentz, is our founder and chairman. He has PhDs in microbiology and immunology, won the Einstein Award for Life Sciences in 2007. He's a best-selling author. And we don't do things small with it. As you can see, our vision is huge. It is to have the world free from pain and suffering and a world free from disease. We want everybody to live life to happiness in happiness and health. And that's what we strive to do every day when we go out and coach people and talk to people about nutrition and wellness and improving the quality of their life, rocking their life, right? So USANA started from Dr. Wentz. Dr. Wentz was a long-time leader in cellular nutrition and cellular analysis. And you can see he worked with this company called Gull Laboratories, which he founded back in the 70s, and he developed things like the Epstein-Barr virus test kit, which turned differing if you had Epstein-Barr or mononucleosis from a couple of weeks thing to a couple of days or a couple of hours thing, right? Now it's the standard. Every time you think you have mono, you go in and you get these 3 tests, and they tell you what you have. But while he was doing the analysis, over time, he was losing family members to cancer and heart disease and things like that. So he shifted his focus, went away from diagnostics, and instead wanted to go into prevention and health maintenance. And so when he sold off Gull Laboratories, founded USANA in 1992, as we said there. Here's his Albert Einstein Award that he was awarded in 2007. And now we're more than 20 years old. We've been doing this for a long time, and all we do is get better. We typically are a number of years ahead of all these trends that you start hearing about deficiencies in different vitamins. We are always doing ongoing clinical studies with a number of different universities like the Linus Pauling Institute. We also have a partnership with Dr. Oz, who's the co-founder of HealthCore, really just intending to take on the childhood obesity epidemic right away. But Dr. Oz and Dr. Wentz met and immediately had a mutual respect, and it's just been building over time. You know, a lot of times you see these companies that will pop up and as seen on Dr. Oz, and that's not what we do at all. As a matter of fact, if you go to the Dr. Oz show page, their website, and you go to partners, you'll see that there's a disclaimer that says, if a company says, as seen on Dr. Oz, you're not supposed to believe what it says. Dr. Oz is popular enough that he's created this ecosystem around the show. And there you just sit and wait and find out what Dr. Oz is talking about today. He could be talking about some kind of extract or some kind of oil. Then they'll go and they'll get a team to very, very quickly and very, very cheaply spin up a product that contains that oil or that ingredient, and then they'll say, as seen on Dr. Oz. Okay, we don't do that. We're a trusted sponsor, trusted partner of the Dr. Oz Show, where there's 12, and the only one in network marketing. So it's a huge, huge partnership for us. But everybody wants to be healthy. We want to love life. We all want to live life to its fullest. We want to be able to do absolutely everything, have nothing in our way health-wise that prevents us from living life to its fullest, right? Nobody wants to wake up in pain and have their knees pop and their ankles pop and all that stuff. They'd rather just kind of spring out of bed and be ready to go for the day. And so what we do, we provide coaching, we provide products and supplements that are going to help get you your optimal health state. Okay? Right now, the causes of disease and premature death are inflammatory diseases, are largely lifestyle diseases. You can see the numbers down here that are absolutely staggering. And if I polled the audience and said, raise your hand if you've had a friend or family member touched by one of these things, I guarantee everybody would raise their hand because it's just so widespread, especially heart disease and respiratory disease and then diabetes, which is growing. The thing about this is that it's growing fast in the younger population where they're just eating the wrong stuff and getting poured sodas into their face, and diabetes is becoming a very quickly growing thing among that segment of the population. So I'm Dr. Wentz is a cellular nutrition expert, so we believe everything starts in the cells. So what you're seeing here is on the left, you've got healthy human cells in a culture that are very fluid, they're not clumpy, they're loose and ready to go. The slide in the center is cells after you've digested something with partially hydrogenated oils in it, right? So let's say French fries. Which also we recently were speaking to doctors said relation between French fry consumption and those types of oils and prostate cancer. So one reason not to eat that junk. But those damaged cells, they're very clumpy. They're not very active at all. And then on the right, what we actually have is similar cells after eating your French fries, but before you did, you actually had some antioxidants that you were taking in the form of supplementation. So you can see that the cells there are much better defended if you're not taking anything at all. Antioxidants and nutrition are exactly what the body needs and exactly what the cells need to win the fight against free radicals and oxidative stress. RDAs, and then there's the optimal levels of health, right? So the RDAs were put together back in the 1940s, and they were the standard amount of nutrition that you would have to take in order to prevent scurvy and rickets and things that are very, very simple from a disease standpoint. Well, we know that obviously as the bodies have become more and more complex, the ecosystems become more and more complex, and there's no way that the RDAs are going to fight off things that have come about in the last couple of years, the H1N1, the disease, any of that crazy stuff that is now very, very complex biological attacks on the system. So instead, we recommend you get the optimal levels of health, which are largely international units that are above the RDAs. So in order to get the levels of health that are just in our core product, our flagship product, the USANA Essentials, this is what we believe everybody should be taking. See that it would be absolutely insane to try to do this with foods alone. You couldn't do 18 and a half oranges to get to the vitamin C levels that we contain. You couldn't do 80 bananas to get to the B6 level that we have, or 44 large eggs in a day. There's just no way to do it. You simply couldn't process all those calories. It would be 22,000 calories and more than $33 a day in order to get just what we have in that flagship product. In addition to that product, which we believe everybody should be taking, we actually have our coaches can provide an assessment to help you with needs that are specific to your cells and your body. And we have optimizers that are here that are in all that address all different functionality in your body, whether that's the oxidants that are essential to your cardiovascular system, whether it's cellular products, whether it's skeletal things with our glucosamine. Bottom line is everybody's needs are going to be different. Everybody's body is different. And so we work very, very hard to personalize this for you and your health needs. And so we do that. We make it really, really convenient because you can take these and customize your own pack, put your name on it, and then you have an AM pack and a PM pack, and it's the optimizers in the combination of nutrition that is specific for your needs. Okay? Come call with me. He's going to take a different health pack than I take because God bless him better than me. have supplements for all ages. So as we said, the essentials are for everybody. We also have a teen version called Body Rocks. We have a children's chewable, which is called Usanimals, and even a prenatal version, which is essential for as predators have the child growing within them. So huge. Not everybody has that whole range. They need to take something, but a lot of times people just don't know what makes a quality supplement. They don't understand bioavailability. They don't understand that it has to break down, or where potential toxicities that are associated with too much preformed vitamin A or too much iron. And so we have partnered with a company called NutriSearch, and NutriSearch evaluates over 1,600 different nutritional supplements. And we have 19 different success criteria for them. And they have once again chosen USANA as the gold standard. Number one out of all those different 1,600 different brands that they've rated. Okay, we have a 5-star rating, and some of you probably take some of the things on here. I mean, we know a lot of these names that we run into. GNC has an ad every day on T1 a day in Central, just pepper people with commercials, and you can see that there's just varying levels of quality in terms of the vitamins that are out there. Doctor approved. So I worked a number of years in the medical field and had to every year order the new physician's desk reference, which it looks like War and Peace for doctors. And in there it includes everything that is FDA registered. So you can actually, our essentials are in there. So if you're at your doctor and your doctor says, oh, well, don't take vitamins because they might mess with your meds, tell them turn to the page that says USANA Essentials, and you can find out exactly specifically what is in those. In Canada, it's the CPS instead of the PDR. It's the only difference in there. In addition to our supplements, we love to support people's health through low glycemic, free foods. We have various number of different protein bars and protein shakes. Some of them are meal replacements, some of them are not, depends on the calorie count. And I know, Chris, I know that there was one in particular that you enjoyed out of the Nutrimills that we were going to talk about. All right, well, so we have a number of different forms of protein that we can provide. We actually have soy protein and some whey protein. There he is. There's my man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just saying the way Nutrimill, it tastes like chocolate cake gone down. It had coconut to it. It's like liquid ice cream. Oh. And so it's great. And people with meal replacement, many others just protein. I'm full. Like this, I have full.
Now you break a little bit, but we'll keep going on. Let's fix that connection.
Okay, cool.
Yep. The reason low glycemic eating is so important is because the glycemic index is a measure of how quickly calories turn to sugar in your bloodstream, and you can't have sugar in your bloodstream, right? So if you look on this bottom left corner down here, you'll see a very high wavy graph there that says you're out of this zone, you're high glycemic eating. And what that means is when you have a spike in your blood sugar, you're actually going to create insulin, which is your fat-sparing hormone. You've introduced calories that turn into sugar very quickly in your bloodstream. You can't have sugar in your bloodstream, so you produce insulin. You rip the sugars back out of your bloodstream very quickly, and then your body goes into crash mode and starts producing cortisol, which is stress hormone. Then you just go, I got to eat, I got to eat, I got to eat. And what happens is you do this over time, and the body actually becomes resistant to its own insulin, which becomes insulin resistance, which leads to type 2 diabetes. So instead, if you're eating low glycemic foods over here in the top right corner, and if you think about the concept of zone diet, this is exactly what this describes, is you're eating things that stay within that low glycemic range, which is when your body is producing glucagon, which is a fat-burning hormone. So instead of spike and crash, we actually want you to stay steady all day long. And as Chris was saying, all of those foods and all of those shakes that we were showing in the last slide there, they're all certified low glycemic. So they're all going to help reduce insulin dependence over time. Okay, you can see some typical meals, some typical breakfast foods that people might have here. So there's a bagel, there's some cornflakes. All of those things are at least medium, if not high glycemic, and you can see nothing that we have is anywhere close. So 55 and above is considered high glycemic on a scale of 1 to 100 from the glycemic index, and we actually are all low glycemic foods. So very diabetic friendly also in our approach. We have a program that is a great kickstart to getting your body detoxed and starting a weight loss program if that's what you want to do, a weight loss healthy lifestyle, not a diet, not something that you're going to go on and then get off of again in a month. And this is a 5-day system that includes shakes, bars, and vitamins. And the typical results are somewhere right around 5 pounds. Usually with guys, it tends to be a little more. And you can see that a lot of times these people have gone on to have just absolutely huge success stories because it's the U-turn. It gets you off of the glycemic cravings that you might have, whether that's I'm a pasta person or I'm a sweets person or whatever that happens to be. When those cravings go away, that you're actually able to maintain eating a low glycemic lifestyle. So it's a very, very nice way to start that U-turn for your body. And yep.
So the bar actually tastes like a chocolate fudge, which you would have for dessert. I particularly don't do sugars. I don't do traditional desserts. So I'll go and have a fudge bar, and that's my dessert. So we're pretty often doing that too. Everybody's sensitive to sugar.
Nice. Awesome. Not a cosmetics company, but we do for the largest organ in your body, which is your skin. So we want to feed the cells there too. So you can see that we have a self-preserving science technology that includes a small product set that is all patented and the life on it is 2 years, even without anything artificial installed in it. So very, very good to feed the skin to keep everybody looking nice and young. You can check out my much better looking for proof of that product line. So here it is, man. The Rev 3. Like I don't even know where to start. This is our answer to the gas station energy drinks. It's a $21 billion market, energy drinks right now. And so what we wanted to do is, again, introduce something that was clean, all natural. I know the cans are a huge favorite of ours. We do a pallet order once a quarter to keep the shipping down and usually go through at least a dozen cases, if not more than that. Side note on this is that the year that Rev 3 was launched, it won the best nutritional, best energy drink in Utah, and it's won it every year since. So it's 7 for 7, I think, at this point. It's pretty crazy. I talk about the fact that we're always doing research, we're always doing clinical studies, where we show that supplementing with calcium and vitamin D actually get rid of the obesity, which is your fat storage. That's where the insulin puts all that your gut, right? It actually helped with enhancing heart health benefits in overweight adults during weight loss. So a lot of times when people are losing weight, what happens is that they are burning those stored fat cells and they're reintroducing the toxins back into their bloodstream. So you need something to fend off those toxins that are entering your bloodstream and really impacting your liver, among other things. And so two of the things that help with that are calcium and vitamin D. Very, very good stuff. We also have a digestive enzyme, which is really good for people who have digestive issues. Slide deck. That is Sam Stoser, and those are some guns, my friend. Sun's out, guns out. We are the supplement allowed on the Sony Ericsson World Association. We have a $1 million athlete guarantee. So any of the trusted athletes, and there are over 700 of them, who trust USANA. Most recent is Luol Deng from the NBA. He's our first NBA guy. But the guarantee is that they will not trip a substance list and forfeit any titles or medals or anything that they've won. And it all started with U.S. speed skating, which you can see now it's extended into a number of different sports. There's a dozen or so boxers that aren't even listed on here. It's just huge in terms of our agreement with and we actually have a couple guys in the NFL, and it's just that list is always growing. All the things that we do what we do. You see Dr. Wentz's vision. You see how we're different than the competition in terms of what we can do and what we can provide from a coaching and from a supplementation and from a quality standpoint. So now we do this as a business. Why would you want to look at something like this? If you're going to look at a business, you're going to look at doing something like this. I talked to a friend of mine today who said she was looking at franchise rights in an educational program because she wanted to help educate kids, and the franchise fees were $120,000. Okay? That's nowhere near what you need to get started in USANA. USANA, it's somewhere, but it's either going to be a couple $100 or it's going to be about $1,500 if you want to really, really start big. But that's as big as it's going to get, and then you're going to grow it from there. You're going to grow that business, right? So you can have a 9-to-5 desk job, which is actually a little bit of a misnomer because it's 9 to 5. It's 9 to however late you have to stay, and then traffic both ways. So it's probably really more like a 7 to 7:30, 12-and-a-half-hour day where you're just frustrated and not getting anything done while you're sitting there. So would you rather take a typical cubicle job or go back to Chris's slides where you can see that type of lifestyle where you're on the beach biking it? And network marketing is a huge, huge booming industry. There's almost 90 million different people involved worldwide. And in North America alone, the sales generated are over $33 billion. In the past, people have said, well, it's one of those things, it's a pyramid scheme, whatever else. Actually, I wrote a book called You Are Network that is built totally to dispel that myth. It's a legitimate business. If you don't believe me, go look on the SEC's website, the Securities Exchange Commission for the government, which explains the differences between a legitimate network marketing business and those pyramids that are posing as network marketing businesses. First place that you're going to make some money is actually owning a business. You're actually going to have tax benefits, and this is Sandy Blackman, who's a CPA. And depending on what it is that you're writing off and how busy you are in your business, because you actually have to do the business, those benefits are going to be somewhere between $3,000 and $9,000 a year on average. Okay, could be more, could be less, depends on how you're working your business. But just picture taking that and putting that money back into your pocket. Even if you split the difference down the middle and it's $6,000, that's $500 a month. I'll take that any day of the week. Chris, I'll let you talk about this because this is really where we talk about the difference between one time for the work that you put in or paid multiple times for the work that you put in.
Sure. Thanks for handing it over, Nick.
Yeah,
about 10 years ago or so, I was exhausted with the job I was in. But it was not satisfying or fulfilling it in any way. Look at these eBay, affiliate marketing, and so forth. Fine, but you're only as good as your last sale. And then I got connected with a company and they're amazing people. I felt the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives at the same time, create a lifestyle I desire and that people desire at the same time too. It's just a perfect combination. As an industry, what can you really want than the opportunity to make a difference and live your life to its fullest? That's what the company at its core is. Everything we love, life, and live it. And
that's right. Go ahead.
I've actually been listening to some podcasts. In fact, you can meet some guy today, sign him up as an associate, and his grandchildren might benefit from you meeting him. So the small like that will make a big difference down the road also.
That's a great point because a lot of people don't think about that. When we talk about linear income, and it's a trading hours for dollars. I'm gonna do this job, and while I'm doing this job, I'm gonna get paid for this job. But as a salesman, I have to make a sale. I have to keep making sales. To your point that you just made, right? If I'm a health practitioner, because I want to help people get better, then I still have to be doing whatever that is while I'm getting paid, right? So if I'm a chiropractor, I still have to be adjusting people. If I'm a dentist, I still have to be performing dental surgeries and things like that. But if I take a week off, my business takes a week off. And residual income's really the opposite of that. Now, we talked about a lot of products earlier that give people huge, huge health benefits. Whether it's something as little as where we can help relieve some of that with our glucosamine product. For me, it was allergies. I've prescription strength allergy medicine for years and have since replaced that. I don't take it anymore. I haven't renewed it in 8 years now because I've to this. So people are going to have those great health experiences, and they're not going to stop taking the products. So the products are giving them a benefit. They're going to buy them, and they're going to continue to buy them, and you're continue to get paid every single time your customer, whether they move away, whether they leave the country, whatever it happens to be, doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You found that person, so you're going to get compensated for that. And that's really the concept of residual income, where you're going to take the same amount of effort that you do, and you're going to one time and you're going to get paid for it. And moreover, the way that network marketing works, when it works properly, is you're going to get that duplication. If you found somebody else who's interested in building up their health and their wellness and their wealth, and they want to go talk to people, you brought that person, so you're going to benefit from their efforts as well. So building a team is absolutely huge. And it's nothing like typical corporate America. When you get assigned a team and there's 6 other people that you have to work with and you didn't choose to work with them and you have a project and a deadline and da-da-da-da-da-da. It's just annoying.
A little example, too, about that.
No, go ahead.
I go through a box of the fudge light bars in a week. And time, too, there's a good chance I'm going to buy them the second week also and the following week as well. That's points going through all of our systems. Perspective. People love them.
Consumable and unique, I think, are the key, right? So having something
exactly.
Everything that we provide, you're going to be doing on a daily basis. You get up, you're going to take a shower, you're going to use shampoo and conditioner and shower gel. Guess what? We have shampoo, conditioner, and shower gel. You're going to go eat breakfast. Are you going to eat something that's high glycemic and is terrible for you, or are you going to eat something that's low glycemic and help you get your day started off right, like one of our Nutri-Meals? And then, over the course of the day, take your supplements, and it happens, and it gets consumed, and then customer going to order some more, right? So that's a great key. That the fact that we have something that's consumable. There are plenty of companies in network marketing that have items that are still just always going to be a one-time sale, whether that's a luxury bag, whether that's a nice custom piece of jewelry, whatever. That's not something that people are going to consume and then back to you again in a week or 2 weeks or a month. That was a great point, Chris. So how do we earn our money? So we earn in 6 different ways. We have a number of different contests. We have leadership bonuses. We have elite bonuses for those people who've really built their business up. We have a lifetime matching bonus. If you build your business quickly, you can actually earn an additional compensation based on the folks that you've brought in and how quickly they've gotten started. But really, too, our retail sales. So if you want to have an environment where you can sell things out, so if you're a gym or a doctor's office or chiropractor's office or a studio or any of those places, you have the ability to put items on the shelf and sell them. Great. Weekly commissions is where everybody, even if they don't carry an inventory or have a store, we all get paid weekly. We get paid weekly on the sales that we have generated through finding customers or finding other associates who have found customers. Okay? The are either based 20% depending on how you've chosen to start your business, right? And when you make sales, you lose credit for a sale. There's a point system that has a rollover system, so when you hit the highest common denominator between the two sides of your business, you get paid, and boom, starting the next week off with already having some sales compensation, some sales volume. So we also have this leadership bonus, which is people who get to gold director or above status, which is considered full-time. Then there's a leadership pool. And if you think growing higher than that, as you can see that second column where it says shares. So for every store that you max out, for every time you get a $1,000 check on one of your stores, not only do you get another store, but you also then get an additional share leadership pool. So it starts with 1 share, then it's cumulative. It's 1 plus 2 plus 3, etc. So you can see the commission and the bonuses to add up very, very quickly. I've got some friends who love to post their leadership bonus checks sometimes to Facebook. It's pretty stellar. So it's like this. I mentioned that you could either start with 10% or 20% commission. Basically, that's the difference between starting 1 store or 3 stores. It's basically the difference between about a $300 investment and maybe a $500 or higher investment again. And we have some packages that go into having just a preloaded inventory where you have a bunch of different products to try out and sample. Compensation plan, you're going to earn your weekly commissions based on how many group sales. So that's everything that you sell to customers, because you have customers, as well as all the people in your team to their customers. That's going to be the group sales volume. Figure out So you're going to get a team built up, and everybody on the team is going to know different people. They're all going to have different social circles. They're all going to have different networks. And as you're doing that, you're going to constantly meet new people. We have a great trick on Michael Callejas, and one of the things he said is when people say they've run out of people to talk to, that there are 4,000 people who turn 18 every day. There's always more people to talk to. You have to figure out how to build those skills to do it. And speaking of those skills, you have to be teachable because each of us is somewhere different in our skill set along our journey to being a successful business professional. And it's different than being a great employee or even a great manager. This is a whole different set of skills. Some of them overlap, but mostly there's a different set of skills that you're going to need. So be willing to be teachable and to learn from those who've been doing it for a while. a lot to offer. We've got huge, huge resources. There's nothing that you have to build on your own. Everything that we want to do is here to help you help people live life at its fullest. You can see this is a picture of our True Health Assessment. When customers go take assessment, or your prospects go take this assessment, they'll get 3 different reports, which help them to determine specifically where in their lifestyle, what their top health risks might be, and then also the specialized product, personalized product recommendations that we talked about a little while ago. Resources we do weekly health and freedom presentations like this. We have conferences that are cross-regional where you get to hear from some of the leadership. The USANA Today site, which is constantly posting great information. International Convention, which is coming up in August. USANA Gear, which lets you write your logo everywhere that you want to go. And award-winning marketing app. We've got video crew that has its own production studios, just a ton of things. So you're never having to start recreating the wheel or anything like that. It's all available for you. So then is with all this information, what we do for people, how we help them, how we coach them, what products we have that can help them benefit, how easy it is to get started and to get rolling in this business, and how beneficial it can be from a residual income standpoint over time. I need to go to the person who invited you to this webinar, and I need you to say one of 2 things. Either I'm ready to get started, how do I get started? Or not quite, but I'm interested, here are my questions. One of those 2 things, then we'll get you your answers and we'll get you started. I'd love to welcome you to USANA. So with that in mind, I would like to say, Chris, any last words?
It's to look forward to many more years, work with Nick and the team.
Perfect, man. And everybody, just go out there. Our goal is to help you love life and live it to its fullest in happiness and health, and we hope that that's one thing that we can help you do moving forward. So again, I'm Nick Kelly. Poorten from Rock Your Life is my guest tonight. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you and have a great evening.
Good.